What's up, people? It's your girl Toy.
And it's your girl TS.
And we are East Coast Connect. Today is National Coming Out Day, and we are going to share our stories with you.
We hope by sharing our stories, it'll allow it or make it easier for somebody else to come out. So, with that being said, here's our stories. My coming out story began like this. I was 17 years old. I was a new kid in school. I had just joined the basketball team. On the basketball team, I knew a couple people, and it was like 5 girls that I really hung out with. They were like my best friends, but it was one particular girl that I had a crush on, and we became really close. We started to hang out with each other all the time. If it was she going somewhere, it was me right there along with her. She was really like my ace boon coon, you know what I'm saying? She was everything to me. Anything and everything that she asked for, I would do. Vice versa. She was just a really good friend and a really good girlfriend. So that's when suspicion started arising with my teammates. Everybody was getting jealous about our relationship. So one of our teammates started spreading rumors, and it got back to the whole team that we were messing around with each other. Well, it so happens that one of my teammates was my cousin's best friend. So she took it upon herself to go to my cousin and let him know, like, hey, I think your cousin's gay. My cousin took that and ran with it. He told the whole entire family. And that's when it came back to my mom that I might be gay, lesbian, however you want to say it. My mom came to me and asked me to say, hey, are you gay? And I wasn't ready to come out at the time, so I said no. No. So she asked me again, you gay? And I just wasn't ready, so I said no. We took a trip to Atlanta that year. When I was in Atlanta, I started to miss my girlfriend like crazy. I called her. I had a cell phone, so I called her every day. I was telling her I loved her, how much I missed her. And I was sharing the room with my mom at the same time. So her suspicion grew and grew because I kept calling this girl, telling her I loved her. I missed her so much. So my mom kept asking me, are you gay? You can let me know. I still love you the same. Are you gay? And I wasn't ready. I didn't think she was ready either, so I said no. So we get back from Atlanta. Me and the girl go back to our routine of hanging out with each other all the time, kicking it. She came to my house. I came to her house. It was one particular day she came to my house. We were kicking it, kissed a little bit. Stuff got a little bit more heated. That particular day, my mom got off of work early, so she came home, came into my room, and essentially called me in the act. So I did not come out like everybody else. I did not come to my mom, sit my mom down, tell her, hey, I'm lesbian, I'm gay. No, that wasn't what happened. She called me in the act. When that happened, everything went up in the air. She came in, she beat me, she made my girlfriend leave, and then she beat me again. She beat me that whole entire night. Every time she would think about the situation, she would come back in and beat me again. She cried. She beat me with belts, with her fists. I had bruises all up and down my body from her beating me. And it was nothing, nobody I could talk to. It was no haven for me at this time because who am I going to tell? My best friend is my girlfriend, and I can't speak to her. My mom made me go to church. I could only talk to family, friends, my sister. I could send letters through my sister to my girlfriend, but that was our only form of communication. So over time, my mom got over it a little bit more. She did here and there send me letters telling me how much she hated me. She would write me letters letting me know how much she disowned me as a child. She doesn't love me anymore. God doesn't love me because of who I am. That did hurt a little bit, and that was a real rough time in my life, but it was a situation that happened at the time. So eventually I graduated, moved out, and in me moving out, that made me and my mom's relationship a little bit better. We ended up talking here and there, and it wasn't until my family came around a little bit more that my mom finally came around and started understanding my situation or my lifestyle, or started to want to understand my lifestyle. And ever since then, though, our situation has been amazing. Me and my mom have a wonderful relationship to this day. She calls me every morning to see how I'm doing. I call her every night to see how she's doing. We have a wonderful relationship, so it does definitely get better. And with that being said, I love you, Ma.
This is my coming out story. Of course, it always starts from the beginning. It started from when I was about 4 or 5 years old. I've always had feelings for women or liked a girl or something like that. The feeling started at an early age. I got my first girlfriend when I was 16 years old. My girlfriend and I at the time were the only ones who knew about it. We didn't share. My closest friends didn't even know. Nobody knew. We were together a couple years before I even came out and told anybody. I first came out to 2 of my friends that played basketball with me, and then they exposed me to the lesbian community. But before then, only her and I knew. My mother's suspicions grew heavier as we started to hang out more and more. She always said, "Who is that girl?" Because she was 3 years older than me. She always said, "Who is that girl you're always with?" And I'm like, "Mom, we're just friends, whatever, whatever." She goes to school with me, even though she didn't. But I had to make the story make sense on why we were hanging out, because I wasn't ready to come out at the time. It took for me to go away to college, and my sister, my younger sister, found out I was gay first. My girlfriend and I had a confrontation when I was out at school, and she was in the other room, so she heard everything. Immediately after the altercation, you know, I went to my sister like, "I know you heard everything, and now you know that I'm gay, and yes, her and I are together." So I guess it gave my sister that extra push too, because as soon as she got back home, when they went back home from visiting me, she dumped her boyfriend, got a girlfriend, cut her hair, started dressing differently. So it gave her that extra push too, to know that she has a support system. I mean, we're sisters, so, you know, it kind of gave her that extra push. Suspicions grew heavier. You know, my mom, of course, wondered why, you know, my sister, you know, changed, and she always questioned me. We've both been tomboys our whole life, so, you know, it wasn't a surprise there. I came home from college visiting, and my mom and dad, they sat me and my sister down at the table, and they asked both of us, were we gay? And we came out to my mom and told her yes. She was very, very hurt. I mean, we're my mom, only 2 daughters, and we're both gay. We're both lesbians. So she was very hurt about that. I think she was more concerned about the kid aspect, because I guess she thought because we were gay we weren't going to have kids. So I think she was more worried about that. But she was very hurt. She cried and cried and cried. And then, I mean, after that, I mean, it does get better. So she didn't treat us any differently. But like I said, I mean, it did get better. She didn't accept the situation, but it kind of grew on her. So like now, like, she has the type of attitude, if you don't like my 2 gay daughters, like, you don't need to be around me. So, but she's very supportive of us, and she's like the best mom ever. I can call and talk to her about girl situations now and everything else. So, I love you, Mom.